Drop your nut. What is up, everybody? I hope you're all doing pretty well. Welcome back to another episode here on the channel. Today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. I know this channel is devoted to my HHRSS and the build process of it. Now, although this car is more of like a American, so I guess you'd call it a domestic tuner, whatever you want to categorize this car as, I am a musclehead at heart. I love big engines. I love classic cars. That's kind of how I've gotten into all of this. And like I've said before, it's mainly because of my brother and my uncle. So we're going to be doing some stuff that involves that classic car platform. We're going to be getting our hands a little bit dirty with my brother and his really good friend Mark. So let's go make our way over to them and go check out the car. So as we're on our way over there, just one thing I want to talk about real quick, and that is the update with the 3-inch exhaust setup. And right now, everything is running pretty well. I did log the car the other day, and it seems as if we're running into a couple issues. When I'm at wide open throttle, as soon as I let off the pedal, I get an immediate engine-powered reduce warning, and that was pretty scary when I first saw it on the highway. Luckily, it's nothing too major because the power of the car actually isn't being reduced. But if I do scan the car, I do notice I get a P0087 code, which means that my fuel system, my fuel rail pressure is too low. I looked around, I'm not seeing any leaks anywhere, and it looks as if it's only happening if I do wide open throttle and then immediately let off the accelerator after a long, hard pull. So what we're doing now, as we're on our way over to take a look at this car, I am logging the car because I'm going to be driving highway and city in rush hour traffic, so I should be able to get a good amount of data to send over to ZZP and have them take a look just to see if this error is coming up only when I go wide open throttle or if this is something that is happening when I'm just driving and cruising around. So we're gonna find out. It's always great when people behind you take photos of your license plate because they think it's hilarious. This woman behind me just did, so I gave her a thumbs up and she is completely embarrassed and didn't think that I saw her. I mean, come on. You're directly behind me, lady. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the laugh. You want to talk about bad traffic? Something that was supposed to take 15 minutes took about 50 minutes due to an accident and some bad traffic. But my brother and his friend Mark had it loaded in the trailer by the time I got here, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're gonna follow them back to Mark's shop and get this thing out of the trailer and get it prepped and ready to go for tomorrow. There it is, right?
Right there.
Damn.
There's no ground strap on the engine.
Well, that'll do it.
So it must have hit the alternator, and the alternator sent voltage through it and popped it.
Done. Least point of resistance.
I think you're getting ready to push it out.
It's gonna strap it to his back.
3 hours later.
So what we have here, fellas, is a 65 Malibu. This belongs to my mother-in-law's boss, Ches, good friend, the family. He bought this off a guy, and he wants it to go faster. Over the next couple days, we're gonna be doing a couple mods to give this thing a little bit more life, or a driver that allows him to just take his family, go out for ice cream, go down the shore, anything like that.
4.121.
Old gasket. A little bit too big.
Just a tad. It's like if you wear a size 12, giving you a pair of 14 sneakers.
Like I said, what I wanted to do, take all the plugs out.
It's amazing the stuff you find.
Don't need that anymore.
Yeah. Look at it. I mean, look at it right here.
Yeah.
See where it...
Yep.
That's why I don't use Felpro gaskets. The machine did it.
Carver, the light. And then what I want to do is we're going to need like a little pick so I could get that silicone out of the ports. Do we have something to lift this up with, Mark? This thing is aggravating the shit out of me.
Can you just put it in there?
Never mind.
Now we got it.
We got it. I'll let you put them in and I'll go over there and...
Yeah, because then you got to wipe all around with a rag with brake clean and make sure there's nothing in between the head gasket and that.
Shit, we might just hear this thing run today. Might.
Why not? Never use head gaskets like these.
Huh?
No.
You never put head gaskets on like them. They're nice.
Perfect. It has a little bit like Mark.
Now, as you clean that, what exactly were these again, Mark?
Edelbrock Performer RPM. 64cc combustion chamber, 202 valve intakes. The intake ports are much bigger. Make them bigger if you wanted to race them. But for street purposes, you'll work fine. This is a 64cc combustion chamber compared to a 76.
And the old one.
Right. So there's a lot more breathability there.
And a lot lighter. Drop your nut. got a lot done so far. Lunch break. We got Mark's friend Ronnie coming by with his car. The original Demon.
I wanted to take you here, but I was so friggin' hungry. No, it's fine. Ain't no problem. You didn't put the lights in, the Chrysler lights?
That's a Swinger fender.
Okay.
Demon didn't have that.
Yeah, it's a street car.
Sure it is. Street car.
Look under the back. Look at the mufflers. I
Yep.
went and ordered the mufflers.
Huh?
They're this big. I mean, mufflers. So I ordered these mufflers. He came in. He's like, "What?"
They're like
the
Coke cans.
Sweet.
Small.
Yo. What? Yeah, you're eating them. Right, now everything is in. Plugs.
Sunflower seeds in his mouth.
Sunflower seeds in Pete's mouth. In the driver's seat.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good. 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 front of the F.
So when Ches first brought the car to us, he was letting us know about all of the different issues with the car and something that he wanted fixed. After Mark took a look at it, we figured out what needed to be fixed and adjusted, and then what we could add to it to give the car just a little bit more power, but still keep it as a cruiser. Alright, so now that all the performance stuff is installed and completed on the car, the next step is to just make sure that it is dialed in, make sure all the rockers are nice and tight, make sure that the timing is correct on it, everything else. That's something that Mark and Pete will be able to do since they've been doing this for quite some time and this is kind of their specialty. So the next step with the car is we're going to be working on the interior of it. We're going to be installing a new stereo, fixing some things that the original owner did, and just checking the sound system, making sure all the wires are done correctly, and then we'll go from there. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. And if you want to see part 2 of this build along with the build of my HHRSS, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. See ya.